please thank everybody for knocking themselves out, making us stay a good one. Thank you. Okay, go ahead, guys. Girls.
Joe, Matt McGloin, did he just press too much today?
I gotta look at the tapes, but we turned the ball over too many times, obviously. And in all fairness, you gotta give Florida some credit. The kids made a couple of really big league plays on a couple of balls. No, hopefully we'd be a little better, but that's about the way we've played most of the year. We have good spots, and then we kind of let up a little bit. Although I don't think we let up physically today. I thought our kids really stayed in there for the whole football game. And, as I said, I'd give Florida credit. Florida played tough, and they're a good football team.
It appeared that you were pretty set on McGloin staying in there, where other bowl games you switched up on the quarterback.
When did tell me when I switched up? I don't
It
remember.
didn't really look like Bolden was coming in for any reason during that game.
McClellan was doing pretty well. I wasn't blaming on McClellan. I thought the block punt and the punt return, the two things that I must have spent more time on the kicking game for this ball game than any game we've ever played, because I was worried about it. But I think you're making a mistake blaming the other kid.
Joe, it's 24-20 and you have 3rd and 1 from in your territory, and you decided to pass the ball there. I was just wondering what went into that, or whoever made the play call. 3rd and short, maybe inches.
Well, we were having trouble. You remember we were 4th down and had that far to go, and we went that far and we punted the ball. And at that stage, we thought we could get the ball and get a decent run, because we still have a long way to go. That wasn't on the 15-yard line or anything. We were about midfield, if we're talking about the same play.
Joe, you'd said yesterday you weren't sure if Farrah would be ready to go. Was he ready or not? I mean,
Well, we had him out kicking a little bit yesterday, and then we watched him in pre-practice, in the pre-game warm-up, and he looked all right. He looked okay.
So you think your defense was starting to get a little worn down in the 4th quarter?
Well, I think then you take some things away from Florida. I think they changed the things a little bit. They gave the quarterback more running plays, and I thought we played a pretty good defensive game, considering how many times we turned it over, considering they got a touchdown on a block punt. I'd be very careful about that.
Coach, McGloin did have 5 interceptions, but you said you thought he played well. What was it
I
that you
didn't
saw?
say that at all. I said I wouldn't blame it on him. Okay, you don't check your hearing.
Coach, there were tough calls both ways, but the pass interference down at the end, did you get a good look at that?
Well, I looked up at the tape once, and a couple of guys came running over me and said it was not. And, yeah, you know how it is. You run the sideline there, and if they go against you, they're all bad. You know. I thought overall the officiating was pretty good.
Joe, where was the breakdown on the punt? It looked like the guy that blocked was ran free.
Well, I thought they did a good job on that corner, that kid who blocked the punt. I think we got a little careless. The guy was anxious to cover. He didn't check that guy enough. It was a little slow punt, but the operation wasn't real good. And it's one of those deals where you're not gonna panic because they're kicking in midfield. It's almost the same punt that beat us a year or so ago now.
Joe, what did you say to Urban Meyer after the game?
I said congratulations, and I hope he's going to be on a Nike trip. And I'm genuinely sorry to see him leave college coaching. I think he's done a great job. He's a great guy. His wife was down there, who's a good friend of Sue's. It was, one of those things you don't like to lose, but it's the way it goes. I like him very, very. I not only like him personally, I think he's a real credit to his family and to University of Florida and the college football.
have a lot of excitement coming back next year.
Now I can't hear. Good.
Next year, looking at this team, are you excited about it?
Well, as I told him, get your heads up at the game. Get your heads up and go home and take it easy for a couple of weeks, and then we'll start thinking about what we're gonna get done for spring practice. We're obviously way ahead of where we were at this stage a year ago. I mean, we didn't know. You know, we play a lot of young kids today. A lot of kids who got themselves, some of them got themselves in some situations that they shouldn't have, but that's all part of experience and play. But I think we learned from this. It was a good experience. It was a bowl game, New Year's Day, against a really fine football team, who has been a little bit up and down as we have. But when they played well. Okay, guys, have a nice trip back. I hear it's only snowing by about 12 inches in Harrisburg. Did you hear me out? Did you hear that?
I had to get up. Oh, I'm sorry, no problem. I'm gonna have to.